Hi everyone, thanks for joining us once again on Painting Happy LIl Minis.
Middle, or an oval or whatever. It was just start with the nose and see where it went. Not you. I'm not trying to force anything on you here. It's completely up to you how you want to deal with it. I'm going to
learn us a thing, Dave.
I'm going to learn you a thing. No.
I'm Gretchen.
I'm Dave.
And we'll see you next week. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you at your friendly local game store. Thanks for joining us again on Painting Happy LIl Minis. I'm Gretchen.
And I'm Dave.
So we are painting minis, D&D minis from Gale Force 9.
That is correct. Yep. Who are you going to be painting today?
I am going to be painting Purple Worm.
Purple Worm. Purple Worm.
It's a simple name.
There he is.
He's a good boy.
He is. He's huge.
Yeah, I am going to paint him. I'm going to paint him purple, and he's going to be awesome.
And he's going to be wormy?
And he's going to be wormy. But a worm.
But a worm. So we'll be talking about, obviously, movies that involve worms.
Yes, because...
So be prepared for that.
There's two movies that instantaneously people think of, and they're particularly different ones. So.
They are. They are. So hopefully we can get everybody to pick the right ones.
And what are you painting?
I'm going to be painting Zariel. So when we were painting the Gale Force 9 minis a few weeks ago, Zariel was like the fallback position. Mm-hmm. So if I'd finished the others in time, I was going to start on Zariel. But I did not get the time. Yeah, so Zariel is up on a flying stand, floating around.
Bring this down.
Sure, why not? I'm going to read the back. Can I do that nice and early? So once a mighty angel charged with watching the tides of the blood war, Zariel succumbed to the corrupting influence of the 9 hells and fell from grace. Asmodeus admired Zariel's passion for war and offered her rulership of Avernus. She accepted his offer and was transformed by Asmodeus into an archdevil. Doesn't sound good. I didn't agree to this. Zariel tempts mortals with power on the material plane and strikes bargains with them so she can bind them to her in the afterlife. She uses their souls to create lemurs. Lemurs? One or the other. Both.
It's fine. It's the same. It's good.
One's appropriate. One's funny.
I'd be scared of someone who could just create lemurs that well.
So cool. So cool. I bind
you.
I take your soul and bind you into this lemur.
Oh no.
Which she can then promote to higher forms of devils. There you go.
Mine just says purple worm.
He doesn't need to say anything else. Doesn't need to say anything else. So yeah, that's what we'll be painting today.
Thanks to keep it simple. Fun? It's good.
It's true. It's true.
So yeah, what worm movie do you think of?
The one for me is Dune.
That's what Leona thought of. That's what I instantly think of Tremors. I don't know what that has to say about me. And I couldn't remember that it was called Tremors at first, so I was like, what's that worm movie that's not Dune?
That's not Dune.
And it's like it's a worm.
It's about worms.
It's about worms.
It's focused on worms. It's about worms.
It is worm-centric, and it's in you can't step on the sand. And everyone just kind of looked at me ridiculously.
Like, Tremors? I think my favorite thing about Tremors is that it was able to extend Michael Gross's career beyond. Can't remember the name of the show now.
That's the problem with Tremors. Apparently,
Sure.
It's such
it wipes your mind.
It's like watching anything with Men in Black. You watch Tremors and you just
it's exactly like that.
Yeah. Hey everyone in the chat. Hey David.
Hi, welcome.
Hey Kat. Hey, Michael Harris. Yeah, the only other thing I could think of with worms, especially because this one's a purple worm, is in Labyrinth, the nice little worm that Dave said was a caterpillar.
I mislabeled as a caterpillar.
He
I'm
flat
sorry.
out says he's just a worm.
I said no. Yeah, he says it.
He says
Yeah.
it's just a little worm.
It's a worm.
And we
You're absolutely
decided
right.
how much more interesting would Labyrinth have been as a movie if this was the worm that you meet.
Yeah, that would have been amazing. Well,
Can you imagine this like popping up like giant because it's supposed to be huge? Just be like, come inside, meet the missus.
That would have been crazy. Yeah.
Would have been a fun time.
But of course, the first thing that I wanted to say when I saw the purple one was "Shy Halloud." Shy Halloud. So I figure everybody needs to say that.
But you say it best.
Shy Halloud. Yeah. Actually saw that movie at the cinema.
All right, so I can see like 12 people are watching, but I cannot tell if anyone's actually said anything in the chat. I assume people have.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I refreshed it, guys. There we are.
Good job.
There, now I can see what people are saying. Josh says, Dave, just listen to your interview with Josh on the Paintcast podcast. Great job.
Excellent.
It was great to hear someone's mini painting story who has as much experience as you have. Also, hi, Gretchen.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. No, it was a lot of fun. I always enjoy it. Hopefully you can all tell. I enjoy talking about toy soldiers. And could do it almost non-stop. So only getting to talk with Josh for an hour was like, really? We're done? But yeah, I enjoyed that. But glad you liked it. And I'm looking forward to all of Josh's other interviews that he's got coming up. Hopefully the next one will drop tomorrow. If Josh is in the chat, he can let us know whether that's the case or not.
That'd be nice.
That'd be good. I think like listening to podcasts is something that's really cool to do when you are sitting down at your painting table and
Gives
or
you
wherever you do your
some
painting.
good noise. I can't work when it's too quiet. I also can't work when it's too loud. It's a fine line.
Right in the middle.
It's a fine line of ADHD nonsense.
So you work perfectly if there's somebody whispering.
Yeah,
Two people whispering.
that sounds terrifying and
It
very
does.
distracting. I normally put on, I'll put on a TV show I don't really care about
Sure.
for background
Yep.
and then not watch it.
Right, okay.
Or music, but I find that music is too distracting if I can sing along with it, because then
Okay.
I will. I have no choice in the matter. It is a magical force of sing-along.
Right.
And so I'll put on a lot of instrumental things.
Okay.
Instrumental things or video game music or movie soundtracks that are instrumental in nature, those kinds of things. It's
Okay.
the same stuff that I like to work out to, really.
Okay.
So.
Oh, yeah. So working out and painting,
Same thing.
Same thing.
Same thing.
same thing.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Same soundtrack.
Well, now that I know that, it means that I don't have to go to the gym anymore. Not that I was going. But yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. One of the things that I find is that if I have to focus on the task that I'm doing, then I can't listen to a podcast.
No, because then
No.
I can't focus on the podcast.
Yep, you need to be able to sort of listen. But if I'm just sitting there doing some mechanical painting, so I know where I don't have to really sit back and consider the thing that I'm working on, then listening to podcasts is great. It's a very cool thing to do.
Clip says hi. Sarah says hi. Kat says, so Dave, what is your workout music?
What is my workout music?
Frankie says, hello from Texas.
Apparently, Kat, my my workout music is exactly the same as my painting music. I found a loophole. But otherwise, no, I don't actually have any workout music. I think it'd be funny if I sort of took the time to try and work out what my workout music would be.
Gotta have something. See, I like the soundtracks, either movie soundtracks or video game soundtracks, because they're upbeat enough.
Right.
But
okay.
I don't get the urge to like dance.
Okay.
So I can just focus on jogging or punching or running around, like whatever I'm doing that's being athletic.
I think it's pronounced yogging.
Jogging?
Yogging. No,
Is
okay.
that so?
But yeah, no, I don't have any of those.
Legend of Zelda has like the prime if you're running and you
Okay.
need something. Legend of Zelda, I find, especially that the violin version that one girl does that I always forget her name.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one? Tremors?
Yeah, Lindsay. Tremor. Yes,
Tremors
Tremor.
is the answer.
Tremor soundtrack. That's exactly what I love working out to.
No. No, I thought maybe that was her name. It worked earlier when I made that guess, so I was just trying to guess it again.
But Lindsay Sterling. Yes, Lindsay Sterling. She does violin versions of a lot of movie and video game soundtracks, and because it's violin, she gets very like upbeat with it, and it has a little bit more. I don't know what the word is. Jauntiness. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, so I get more of a beat.
More energy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cool.
But yeah, speaking of working out, I got to train like a night over the weekend.
Oh, cool. Excellent.
Yeah, that was really fun.
What did that involve?
Oh, buddy.
What's that?
So I was actually telling Leona I was dead the next day, but it was fine because I'm here now.
Hooray! 3 days later.
3 days later, I
Take
am
note.
A-okay.
3 days later. Keep going. I'm not saying.
So what we did was we started off with running around this farmland property, and we were in little units, and as we ran, we were given different heavy items to carry.
Okay.
And you could switch off in your unit if you needed to, but by the end of it, everyone was carrying something.
Right.
So I carried rocks, I carried tires, I carried an actual wheel of a car, which was hilarious because I put it on my back and I felt like a Ninja Turtle.
Awesome.
And then we ran, like that was our warm-up, and then we did sprints,
Okay.
which was entertaining, and then we did leaping.
Right.
Very field day-esque. We vaulted over walls. We carried our partners, our unit back and forth. So
Okay.
I got to fireman carry someone. We
Awesome.
did wrestling for part of the day. We threw javelins. We threw rocks.
When you say wrestling, are you sure you weren't just getting into a suit of armor?
No,
They can
no,
look
no,
the
no.
same.
We wrestled other people unarmored. Though some people did up the challenge by wearing chainmail, but I lent out my chainmail to some of those people because it's not the right size for me. It's actually much too large for me to wear and be able to safely maneuver.
Wrestle effectively.
Well, yes.
Okay.
But the person I was wrestling was closer to my size, and they didn't have any chainmail either, so it was fair. So I wrestled people bigger than me as well. There was one person there my size.
Right.
And then so kind of like as you've seen like the Highlander games where you take big rocks and you like throw them. We did that.
Excellent.
I say javelins. Ooh, there's a giant tire that we tried to mount like a horse. That was fun. People were trying to vault over it, and then I like went through it and did a barrel roll.
All right, okay.
And then we also did slingshots, which was really fun. So we had these slingshots.
Yep.
And they were just like the simple little things that you think of with like David and Goliath, and we learned how to use them.
Okay.
And we had tennis balls in them for safety because there was a lot of people there, and we didn't want to accidentally hit someone. And by the end of the day, when we were all just fooling around, we had a 4v4 match, like dodgeball style, with the tennis balls and the slingshot.
Right, okay.
So overall, very fun day, full day of athleticism. And it was kind of just like a fun little field day of, hey, here's some things knights used to do to stay in shape. Why don't we try it?
Cool. That's awesome. That's very cool.
And the day before that, I went to... What am I painting? I am painting Purple Worm. And I am using Volupus Pink. Volupus? Yeah.
Volupus. I would say Volupus.
Whichever it is, it's a
Volupus.
pinky purple.
Volupus.
A pinky purple.
Yep.
Chainmail and wrestling, ouch. Actually, it wasn't that bad for the guys who had tried it, because we asked. The chainmail, most people wore like a shirt underneath or something like that. The only problems with the chainmail that people had the next day was quite a few people had chainmail-shaped bruises on their shoulders from carrying people. But they said they didn't hurt. That it was just, it was very substantial, like, not substantial, superficial.
Okay, radio.
Yeah, so.
I must admit, I'd be worried about the if you're wrestling in chainmail, the pinching that you can sometimes get.
Because if people had shirts underneath, I don't think that was a huge thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze.
Bless you. Bless you.
Try not to sneeze on the paints, on you, on me, in the mic.
There we go.
Oh, Kat says, try David Garrett. Same great modern violin work. He does some Led Zeppelin and Aerosmith. That's cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, I really like, I like string instruments. I can't play them to save my life, but I enjoy listening to them.
Excellent.
But yeah, I did that, and I went to the Apple Harvest Festival, and I got wine and honey and bourbon maple syrup.
Apple fritters?
I did not get apple fritters.
Yeah,
I had cider.
You said you weren't a big fan of apple fritters.
Yeah.
So. I, on the other hand, I like apple fritters.
But it was really fun as well, and then I was super tired on Monday. What did you do over the weekend, Dave?
I can't remember exactly. No, on Saturday, I took my daughter to her first robotics meet.
Right, you said that you were going to have the robotics club.
Yeah.
How did that go?
That went well. She joined, she's part of the school's robotics club now, and they've been practicing for a few weeks. They spent a bit of time assembling the robots. Basically, anybody who's part of the robotics league, the schools can purchase the robots, and the robot is the same. So if you buy a robot today, it's going to be a kit, and somebody who buys a robot in 2 months' time, it's the same kit.
That's really cool.
And so you can put it together. It's kind of like a Lego Technics or a Meccano kind of set, without actually being either of those brands. But
real quick, what color are you using?
Oh, what color am I using? I'm using Tinny Tin as the base for this.
All right, continue.
Sorry. I'll come back to a little bit more on the painting as well. So I'm going to let some of that dry there. But yeah, so it's the same thing. And then the kids get the kits, and they get to put together the robot how they want to sort of to perform the tasks that they think are going to be best for the competition. And the different tasks are move these cubes from one end of the table to the other end, or lift up a cube and stick it on a platform, or push balls, like little plastic balls, into the sort of the interior of the cubes, and each of those scores a different number of points. So the team that she's on, they have 3 robots. They're all each a different design. They do something a little bit different. And yeah, so she had to help put one of those together. I think she helped put 2 of those together, and then gets sort of stuck into the competition part. And it's really cool that the competition, rather than it being battle bots and you're going up against
I'm still
somebody.
Supremely disappointed it's not BattleBots, but
yeah,
I mean, okay.
I'm just disappointed now. I'm not supremely disappointed anymore. But
I will forever be disappointed. With my dying breath, I'll be like, it could have been BattleBots.
The cool thing that they do is rather than having kids compete against each other, they structure it quite differently. So in the matches, it's not like I'm sort of fighting you to get control of the different things you've got to move around. It's both teams have to do the things, and then the points that both teams have scored are totaled up and then shared between the two teams. So everybody's working together. So you want to make sure that you do the best you can and that the other team does the best that they can.
Okay.
Because then everybody gets the points. But they go through and they cycle through where all of the teams, I think there were 24 teams, or 24 robots at least that were competing.
Yeah.
And so everybody played a match with the other team, like at least once, sometimes twice. But they ended up playing like 85 matches because the matches are only a minute long.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And when I got there, it was quite intense because there was a commentator who was standing there talking about what was going on the table and reminding the kids, because teams of two controlling the robot, so halfway through, so at the 30-second mark, you have to switch drivers. So it was a pretty intense kind of thing. Because the commentator was very intense as well. And she was non-stop. She was like... So, and it was quite loud in the gym where it was being done. But it was cool. It was great to see. One of their robots came fourth.
Oh, that's good.
Out of 24. I think one was 13th and one was 24th. But we focused on the one that came fourth.
Yes.
Yep. But no, she had a good time. She enjoyed it. There's one thing that I'm really sort of proud of her, like when she'd step up to the table with the robot and then put it down, she'd turn to the other team and say, well, here's what we're good at. What are you guys going to do? What are you good at? What are you going to focus on? So that they knew not to get in each other's way. So I thought that was quite good. I liked seeing that. So yeah, that was Saturday. And Sunday I worked. Worked.
Michael, Gretchen, your miniature looks awesome. I'm hoping that he turns out awesome. I really like the sculpt of this.
Yeah.
Because the way he's just turning as he goes up, I think looks super nice. It's hard to make a worm interesting.
It can be difficult, yeah. I think it kind of looks like he was coming out and then somebody yelled out, "Hey, purple!" And he was like, "Huh?"
I was expecting him to just like corkscrew up out of the ground.
Oh, okay, right.
Or like breaching like a whale.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
And twisting.
I don't know what the worm sound is. What is the sound of worms?
What's the sound of one worm clapping? I don't know.
Hey, Craig. Craig says issue with sound.
An issue with sound?
And Kat says, Dave, how old is daughter?
Emily, that's my oldest daughter, Emily. She is 10. So she's in 5th grade at the moment. And yeah, this is her first year on the team. But it's definitely very cool. We'll see how she goes with it. See if she still likes it at the end of the year. Okay, but yeah, I did mention I'd talk about what colors I was using. Basically, I'm going to, I'll just show Zariel quickly under the close cam here. So, Zariel, the wings here seem to be almost all metallic. There's lots of silver on the highlights here and around this bit here, and particularly down the sleeve. It's becoming more silver down to the flail that she has there, the hammerhead here. But everything else is just a little bit of silver and mainly a little bit more sort of a bronze look in the middle here. So I'm going to mess around with that. But yeah, I figured if I got the bronze down, the tinny tin from Vallejo, put that down. And then I'm messing with the gunmetal from the Army Painter, going over the top. And that should hopefully give us that base sort of to start from. And then we can work in with some browns and oranges and that sort of stuff to get that fiery look in her wings. It should be good. But yes, that was my weekend.
Well, that sounds very fun.
Yep, definitely good. I was doing some more work on Terrain Essentials, the book, doing lots of layout and editing at the moment. Layout and editing. Mel's working on getting all the text done. Hopefully I have all that from him in the next 2 or 3 weeks. And
Byron, tell me of your home world, Gretchen.
Tell me of your home world, Gretchen.
Question on Facebook. Let's see. Michael says, have you tried the shade glosses yet from Citadel? I'm finding that I do not have to use a protective coat after.
Yeah, I've used the, Rackland Flesh Shade is a bit more of a reddish kind of wash, reddish brown, and using that on golds is really good. There's one thing that washes can do on metallics is dull them down, so you lose that reflective sheen.
You can speak, I believe.
Reflective sheen. So you lose that. You can lose that if you've got a sort of heavy wash over the top of it. But with the gloss wash, you don't lose that sheen to it, which is pretty cool. So that's mainly the place that I've used the reflective washes. Not reflective washes. Gloss washes, gloss shades. I don't know if I can speak today. All signs point to no. And yep, there we go.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
Can we back Terrain Essentials, like a late back?
Oh, actually, no.
No.
No. No, we've closed down the backer kit pre-order store because we are in that stage where we're starting to work out how many copies we need and where they need to go in the world.
Gotcha.
But once the book is released, it'll be available in the US through Alliance game distributors.
Awesome.
And in the UK and Europe through Warlord Games.
What a coinky-dink.
Yeah. But don't worry, I'll be, once we get the books in, I'll be bringing them in and showing them and dancing around, being very excited. It's coming along well, though. I'm very happy with how it's looking. And now, you know what I forgot to pack?
What did you forget to pack?
What did I forget to
pack?
What did I forgot this time? To speak.
You've transferred it over to me, Dave. I don't appreciate that.
Take
I didn't
that.
realize that was contagious.
My bright silver. So I can't find that there. So we'll have to work without it. Or do you have a bright silver there?
I don't.
Not quite.
I have
Okay.
dungeon stone.
That's okay.
Yeah. I have gold and I have bronze.
Will work. We'll work some account.
Challenge mode, Dave.
I know. I was actually just thinking, can I mix some white in with it? You can, but it doesn't look as good. So, I think this is working okay. Catching those edges. It's going to be the most, probably the slowest and the most repetitive part on this model is painting these little yellow sections.
Yeah, I'm just hoping I have enough patience to build up all of this purple like I want, and then I'm probably going to highlight with a little bit of dry brushing.
Yep.
And hopefully I build out all of the nice, lovely textures between the contrast paints and dry brushing.
Yep, I think you will. It'll be good.
And then I'm going to go back for all the scaly little bits here with a bit more of the opaque stuff with skeleton bone so
Cool.
that I can just go over anything that I mess up.
That's a good idea.
I don't have to
That'll be fine.
worry so much about being super, super tidy.
I think the technical name for that is correction.
Sure.
So it's perfectly fine to do correction. Let me just...
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
we can
look
do
at
that.
some minis.
Yep. Minis. So we're going to be looking at some minis here from the Painting Happy LIl Minis Facebook group.
Did you want to talk about Inktober?
Right.
Should be. Much like everybody else doing Inktober. I mean, kind of, no.
We forgot.
No, you forgot. No.
Ornament is today's.
Today's prompt.
Yes, today's
Ornament.
prompt is ornament.
So I think we'll be picking out a feature ornament on each of our pieces.
You know, if we tie a ribbon, it becomes a Christmas tree ornament.
This is true. Just put it through its mouth.
Yeah.
That'd be good. We can do that.
That'd be fine. Actually, you know what? This worm is big enough to where you could put it in a Christmas village, and it would probably be the right size.
If you put it in a nativity scene coming up with the little baby in its mouth. There we go. Perfectly placed.
Okay.
But first mini.
First mini.
First mini. Jeff Purcell. Oh, a couple of minis here. I like the look of that kind of adventurer on the left there, with the red skin, purple, the green. It's looking very cool. Very nice. I like the staff there as well. Looking good. And an adventurer on the right. I wonder where are those models from? I don't know. Where are they from? Jeff, left let us know where they're from. They're looking very cool. Nice work. Nate Webster has been painting some Underworlds, Warhammer Underworlds. I think these are from the Nighthaunt season, so season 2. But they are Sylvaneth models. I know where these ones are from.
I like
but
the yellow.
they look cool, don't they?
It looks very, yeah.
Very autumnal.
Sure.
That's the word you were going to use, right?
That is, in fact, the exact word I was going to use.
Awesome.
How did you know?
It was either that or Tremors. But no, looks great. I like the work on the axe as well. So you're good. Okay. Ian Gray is a new member who's just finished some work on the Chosen Axes, also from Warhammer Underworlds. I think these guys were from the first season from Shadespire.
I like the basing. I don't typically see that the ring of orange, or I can't tell if it's orange or if it's meant to be copper, but the flattening of the picture.
Sure, yeah. No, I think it's I think it is an orange. One thing that some people do for sort of team games, small team games, where there's a chance you might come up against somebody who has the same models, is paint. So for this one, they've chosen orange, and for their trees, they might pick green, or do gold or blue or something that's very different around the edges, the base edges, to help it stand out on the table. And
I like it.
They can very clearly
the rest
go.
of the basing
"Those are mine."
is very nice and natural, and it just makes it look very clean. Like you know those all belong together.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's definitely cool. But no, these look great, Ian, and thanks for joining. Oh, you're right.
I caught it.
Okay, good.
Ooh, they finished the Horrified.
Cool. Where's Grolmus?
I cannot wait till we paint these.
Yep. Is this we're going to be painting these on
We're going to paint these on Halloween.
Halloween? Okay, 2
Yeah.
weeks away. 2 weeks.
Do you have your costume ready?
I don't, but I'm still growing.
Because
my hair is still growing out.
if you don't have your costume ready, I will provide one for you.
Okay, we can talk about that. I can be down for it, because A, I'm lazy, and B, I don't have any costumes. So it sounds good. But no, Wes, these look great. Very nice. That's great Bride of Frankenstein, for sure. Looking good. And Fishman, I like the Fishman too.
The creature? The creature from
Creature
the
from the
lagoon?
Black Lagoon?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Castle Grayskull. Check that out. How cool is that?
It turned out so good.
It did.
I just love how ethereal it looks. It looks like it's glowing. It looks like I could put that in a fish tank and it would look really cool at night under a black light.
Yep.
That's how I judge mini cats. If I would not put your terrain in a fish tank, then it's, I don't know what to tell you.
Just looking at it, it's 4 inches, just under 4 inches tall, which is about that. So it's quite small.
That's so small for so much detail.
Tiny small.
It looks larger if you did not have the scale.
Tape measure next to it. Yeah, I would have expected to see a little tiny He-Man right next to it. But no, that looks great, Ryan. Very nice. Dennis finished painting these up last night. Oh, they are aliens and colonial marines. I wonder if that's is that Vasquez or Drake on the right? I don't know. But no, they look cool. Love the posing on the aliens on the left. They look very cool. Lots of that leaping forward.
I can see them now.
Lean right over. But no,
very grabby.
Yep, very grabby, as aliens want to be. But no, they look cool. Very nice, Dennis. Good work. Michael's painted up a female elf bard.
Very good.
And has a YouTube tutorial as well. Very cool.
Ooh.
So I'm hoping. So did Michael post a link to the YouTube tutorial?
Yep.
Excellent. So if you check out on the Painting Happy LIl Minis Facebook page, which is where all these photos are from, you'll find the tutorial for painting the female elf bard by Michael.
And if you're not part of Painting Happy LIl Minis Facebook page, join now.
Yep. Hit that button. Smash that join group button. Actually, don't smash it. Just tap it once.
Yeah, tap it. Don't
lightly
destroy your laptop.
on your phone.
Because we don't
We
not
don't have a
liable.
budget for that.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's.
Not at all. Be very gentle, very careful with your technology. But no, looking great, Michael. I love the color of the lyre, the lute, the instrument. Oh, Chris Sheen, a lot of stuff I haven't posted yet. Oh, actually, yeah, I remember when I was seeing this when Chris posted the Critical Role.
I saw
set.
those unpainted up close. It's really nice to see them painted.
Yep, very cool. And I love that guy on the right. Wandering through with the bottle.
It's just fun.
3 bottles.
Yeah.
Well, one. Yeah, they're probably empty, so you don't need to worry about those anymore. Just the one that's still got the booze in it. But looking fantastic,
you
Chris.
still have to worry about empty bottles because that's how I got my concussion.
Oh, right, okay. Yes.
Oh, that's a fun sculpt.
Like 54 millimeter Turkish Janissary.
That's a feather.
Yep.
That's insane.
One of the amazing things, well, one of the things that I find amazing about Janissaries. So Janissaries are a troop type that have been around in that part of the world they were around for a long time, like 800 years or so. And when you see them in the 1200s, they kind of look like this, maybe without the musket. When you see them in the 1800s, they're pretty much the same. Whereas everybody else changed their hats like every 10 years.
Tradition's important.
Yep. So
How are people supposed to take you seriously if you change your hat?
every 10 years, I don't know. You got to
That does not say commitment.
pick a hat, stick with it. Exactly. But no, nice work, Robert. Looks very cool. Matt is, oh yeah, very cool. I remember these. Posted these up. Where did Matt note down where these were from?
No.
Which case, but that's okay, not a problem. But no, they look very cool. I love that the kind of the Spartan look to the one down the bottom.
Yeah.
The red cloak, the gold armor, gold
Just like-
brassy
I like the
armor
shield.
kind of thing. Yeah, the shield
That
looks great.
little bit of ombre going down,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
really just adds that little bit of extra.
It does, that extra pop to it. No, it's great. Excellent work. And I love the purple skin as well. You're good. Oh no, look at that. Fabrice is also painting Zariel. How about that? Yep, definitely good. And the wizard there,
Yeah.
a mage, looking very cool. Nice work, Fabrice. I'm going to follow along with this. Josh has painted up a druid, an elf druid, and a human wizard. So I'm guessing these are from WizKids with those.
I like the lighting effect.
Yeah.
I can't tell if it's actually lighting, but I'm going to say it's painting.
On the elf druid.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's an object source lighting effect. Looks very cool. And but yeah, on the wizard, I think that's from a desk lamp.
Yes, the wizard. Yes.
But no, it looks looking really good, nice and neat, and yeah, as Gretchen says, that object source lighting on the elf druid is fantastic. Nice work, Josh. Good work. Good one. Oh, check this out. Joel Coronado has kind of very nice stuff. Ooh, commission work as well. Very cool. I think this model's got a very has a very Jim Henson kind of feel to it.
Definitely. You know, I've been watching the Dark Crystal prequels.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can see that.
Has a bit of, is it Augur?
Yes.
Yeah, a bit of an Augur feel. Augur mixed with an orc. But, a Reaper Mini? Cool. Yeah, it's really nice.
I feel like she'd get down with an orc. It's fine.
Yeah. No, I think great work there, Joel. And I like that, you've been talking about that fade on the shield.
Yeah.
If you look at the shoulders and the top of the head, it's a lot lighter than underneath.
Yeah,
so
it makes it pop.
Yeah, got some great shading work going on there, Joel. Nice one. Oh, Justin, that's our very own Justin from Titan Games and Hobbies, just around the corner.
I saw the pictures of that in the group. The eyes, if you go to the group that has a close-up of the eyes are done very well.
Yeah, Justin's pretty amazing. He does some really good stuff. And if he wasn't working every time the show was on, we would have him in.
Well, maybe let's give him some credit. Maybe he goes back into YouTube and he watches.
Oh, I'm sure
on
he
his
watches.
Time off.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm sure he does that.
For sure.
But we could have him here on the show, sitting in this seat here, doing some awesome stuff. But no, beautiful work, Justin. Looking good. Looking forward to seeing the rest of it. Oh, Brian Nance. I remember commenting on this one.
Ooh. Now that would be perfect for the pattern prompt.
Oh yeah, pattern, definitely. Or ornament.
Ooh, yeah, because it's ornamentation. Yeah.
Definitely. No, it's a very cool, an awesome model, and just really nicely done. And it's not just the tattoo work that I like, but the shading, the tonal work on his on the flesh as well. I think there's another photo in that batch that where you get to see the back, like the back of the shoulder, and just looks really good. Nice work, Brian.
And that's all for now.
That's all for the moment. We'll come back and see some more a little bit later on.
Jeff says, "Hey everyone." Hey Jeff.
Hey Jeff.
Thanks for joining us.
Hey Jeff. Which Jeff is it?
It is Jeff Hobart.
Okay. Cool.
Also, Gretchen, what color are you?
I am currently using the Shyish Purple. So I went over everything with a mix between the Volupus Pink and the Magos Purple, and now I am doing a lot more of kind of shading with the deep dark purple. So I'm going backwards. I'm working with the lightest colors first, and then I'm going in with the darker colors because I'm using the contrast paints, and that makes it a little bit easier for me. And then I'll probably do some dry brushing for the highlights at the very end, and use one of the D&D paints for that. So we'll see.
Cool.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with my purple worm. Trying stuff out.
Excellent. Well, there we go. Just I'm going to get started on the painting these little sort of fiery bits in on the wings. It should be fun.
And I'm saving all of the bits that are that tanny kind of bone color for last, because I'm going to use something a bit more opaque. and I don't want to worry about it while I'm painting skin.
That's a good idea. There we go. That's the brush I want. Are there... One of the things I like in this as well is in that sort of in the tanny sort of colors. There's a great, it's kind of like a greenish yellow kind of tinge to it. I'll put it under here. Oh, let's go there. There we go. So just in here, it's like a greenish yellow tinge, which works well against the purple. Looks really good.
I think this will definitely end up looking very nice.
Excellent.
And I'll probably add some more textury things to the skin as well. That's my favorite.
Let's slide this under here for a bit. So we can see up around here all that lovely fade from the brown, the sort of bronzy look through orange to yellow. So what I'm going to do next on these wings in those areas is mess around with, there's a bit of experimentation. Usually I talk about being sort of fairly comfortable with all of the mixes that you're using or wherever it might happen to be, how you're approaching the technique you're using. This is one where I'm experimenting.
Finally.
Finally, I'm experimenting on the show. Because I have not painted these wings before. So basically what I'm doing in the sort of recesses here between those silver highlights is just painting on a mix of the tinny tin, which is what the base coat under there is, and the orange that I've got here, the orange fire. So sort of lay that down as the first layer in those gaps there. And then I can come back, I can hit a few other areas up here. So it's kind of weird painting this lighter color into the recesses. But I'll just have to trust in the process. It's an experiment.
I'm fine with that.
I think it should be good. Excellent.
What's the goal of doing it that way?
Basically, I could try and paint the yellow directly in and then blend the yellow back into the brown through the orange. But because yellows are typically, the pigment is quite translucent, putting the yellow directly over the dark brown, the bronzy color, it wouldn't show up particularly well. So basically this is just working in the other direction, starting with the dark color in that recess and then highlighting it up. So starting with that base mix. So I'm just going to continue the experiment in this area just by adding a little bit more orange into the mix and moving it around. I'm fairly confident it'll work. I hope you can hear that in my voice, the strength and the power of that confidence. But
yeah.
But no, it doesn't. It's not always going to work out how you want it to. But if you can get it close, I'll be happy with that. So you can see that. And if I can get it to work right in this section, I'll be able to then move across to other sections of the model. And then, of course, if it doesn't work out, I'll put these wings to the side. And I'll finish the model and then come back to them. It's always something you can do. You can always put things aside. But pardon?
Throw it away.
Yep. There we go. Well, painting with this sort of slowly becoming bright orange here makes me think of, what does it make me think of, people? It's Halloween.
Pumpkins.
Pumpkins.
Trimmers.
Tremors. Correct. Tremors, actually. Straight up tremors is what I was thinking. But yes, pumpkins. So I think should we tell people about?
Should we talk a little bit about our grand scheme?
Well, when we say our grand scheme, you mean your grand scheme.
Well, I mean...
I want to make sure all credit goes where it's due.
Technically, that'd be Leona.
Leona. All credit goes to Leona. And we're going to take it and run with it because it is such a cool idea.
As you know, it's Halloween month.
Woo-hoo.
So we were actually thinking about doing a painting happy little pumpkins. So we haven't posted anything up yet, so be on the lookout for that. But we will be posting up a painting happy little pumpkins post that shows a list of things we're looking for these pumpkins you shall be painting. And then we will have a giveaway.
Cool. Awesome.
Of the board game variety.
Okay, great. It's not going to be a pumpkin. We're not going to get
You win a pumpkin.
Particularly if our winner is in like China or Finland or something like that. Send them a pumpkin. It arrives like a month later.
But yes, so keep on the lookout for that. We are going to be doing Painting Happy Little Pumpkins giveaway. So we'll have a post that explains the rules, what we're looking for with the pumpkins. You know, just mini pumpkins because we are painting Happy Little Minis. Dave's going to give an example, what started it all.
Maybe.
There we go. So something very similar to that. I am hopefully this weekend going to go pick a pumpkin myself and have an example of a pumpkin as well. And it's just going to be a fun little Halloween thing. So be on the lookout for that post. It'll be in the Painting Happy Little Minis Facebook group. So if you're not a part of that, become a part of that so that you too can be painting happy little pumpkins.
Yep, that sounds awesome. I think it'll be good. I'm excited to see what people sort of come up with.
I am too, because people in this group are very creative.
Yeah.
And I have a few ideas that I want to try. I cannot be a part of the giveaway, but
you can't win the giveaway, but
I can't win anything, but I can still paint pumpkins. I know if I'm already thinking of a bunch of different ideas for pumpkins, then other people are gonna just blow us out of the park.
Have some great stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be cool. Something nice.
So yeah.
Oh wait, it's not gonna be horrified, is it? Is that the prize? Okay.
No. Nope.
Man, I thought I'd cracked the code.
Sure, tell us, Leona.
So the giveaway is betrayal at House on the Hill.
Betrayal at House on the Hill.
Yep. And I have myself on a mic so they can hear me.
Okay.
And Betrayal Legacy.
And Betrayal Legacy as well?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
So
Delightfully
those 2 games.
spooky.
Yeah.
Definitely.
They're really good games for Halloween.
That sounds cool. I'm excited by it.
Once we get everything together, I'll make a post.
Excellent. That sounds good. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. We're going to get into the pumpkin painting spirit. We'll take. Should we take carvings as well?
I think we should take carvings because I have both a painting and a carving idea I was telling Leona about.
Okay.
So I definitely think that carving is still within the pumpkin spirit.
In the parameters?
Yeah.
Cool.
Your best.
Carving happy little pumpkins. Wait, that doesn't sound as good. Carving. Okay. I think this is coming along pretty well. Yeah. I think it looks better on camera than it does in real life. But
The camera does hide so much.
It does.
When we're painting things. I want to say I've brought some of the minis we've done to a convention before, and I'm always afraid people are gonna be like, "Oh, the camera's hidden so much."
And you're like, oh. Okay.
Let's see. Michael Bruce says, so Dave, I talked to the VA rep before retirement, and they asked why I had such a high level of phosphate in my bloodstream. My reply, don't you watch the brush lookers uniting on painting Happy LIl Minis? I learned everything I know from Dave. Thank you for a healthy alternative to future kidney failure, Dave.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I've negatively impacted your health or the health
Sarah,
of anybody.
I don't think they have to be real pumpkins if you're painting them. If you're painting them, you can use craft pumpkins, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't really see a difference if you're using acrylics on a pumpkin.
Yeah. I think we're good with that.
Though most grocery stores have little mini pumpkins for $1 or so.
Well, I guess it depends on where people are.
True.
We get people from all over the planet, all around the globe. But yeah, no, I think that'll be just fine. Just fine. As we said, it's about that spirit, that Halloween spirit.
Gonna get spooky.
Spooky.
Will you do the Monster Mash?
Will I do the Monster Mash? Probably not, but yeah, sure. I'll say yes now. Is that going to be part of that? Is that what we have to do? Please don't tell me there's a Monster Mash promo. No? Okay.
I just wanted to see if you'd do the Monster Mash.
Sure. I'll join in.
You say that now.
I do.
I think that's a false statement, sir.
Wait, are you calling me a liar?
Well, I'm not calling you a harp.
Okay. Or a lute. Or a mandolin. A mandolin. Oh, I've forgotten what it is. A biwa.
A tremor?
A tremor. Tremor. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Yep. No, I think so. I'm happy with how that's worked out on the wing, that top corner of the wing. So now I'm just going to run around and hit some of the other places.
Yeah, it looks great.
Just to give that glowing fire effect. And then, of course, I'm going to turn it over and paint the rest on the other side. How are we looking? Oh, I got plenty of time. I got a little bit worried that I'd have these wonderful wings painted.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Go, go, go.
5 minutes to finish Zariel herself. Wings look cracking, but wow.
One day we'll have to have a hilarious, like, Cutthroat Kitchen-esque style episode.
Like speed painting kind of thing? Yep.
Between speed painting and, like, goofy little... Have you ever watched Cutthroat Kitchen?
I think I have.
Has Alton Brown as the host?
Oh, in that case, no.
All right.
It's not the one I was
Then
thinking
I'm
of.
not going to tell you anything more about that scheme.
You mean I have to go and track it down myself? And... Okay, sure,
yeah.
I'll do that.
Then you can find out the day I get permission.
Okay.
Just come in and I'll be like, Dave, guess what? Today it's cutthroat painting.
Cutthroat painting. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm sure that's going to happen at some stage.
It's fine.
Yeah. It'll be all good.
Johnny would let me.
There's a... when I lived in Australia in the... like right around 2000, 2001, I started doing a painting challenge with a couple of friends of mine. I worked for Games Workshop at the time, and they worked in one of the Games Workshop stores. And we kind of arranged this painting challenge, which was a 24-hour painting challenge.
Oh, I like that.
Yep.
That'd be fun.
So you sit down, you prepare all your models beforehand. You could assemble them and prime them. And then we sat down at like 9 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday in the store and start painting.
I'd be down for that.
And you could get up and go for lunch, or you can get up and go to the bathroom and all that sort of stuff as much as you wanted. But 24 hours later, your army had to be finished. So there are times where it was like, you could see people who were kind of relaxed and like, oh yeah, I got this, no problems. And so they'd be slacking off for the first couple of hours. And then they'd go, oh, I probably should do something. How much you've got, how many done? Okay, oh yeah. And then by like 4 a.m., they're overtired, completely like
slap happy,
and like crazed about how much they got left to do. They're like, I got 20 models left to paint in 5 hours. So, all crazy. So, yeah, insane. So I just had somebody visiting me at the door.
We have a mysterious guest.
Mysterious visitor. I'll have to go and say hi in a sec. But yeah, so this 24-hour painting challenge, when I moved to the US and I started telling some people about it, it kind of morphed a little bit and became a little bit Iron Chef. So it was 24 hours painting and a secret ingredient color that you had to use.
I just want to mush all of this together into one really bad idea.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, I think if you just, anything you pour on top of that bad idea, that horrifically bad idea, is going to continue to be a bad idea. Like, it's only going to make it worse, really. But no, it sounds like a fantastic thing.
In the best way.
In the best possible way, for sure. One thing I will say is that we never filmed any of those other things. So, it's just all legend and myth now. Okay.
There's a question on Facebook.
Oh.
Question on Facebook. I have the color shift paints on order. Do you know if anyone makes glow-in-the-dark paints?
Ooh.
I don't know if anyone makes them, but I know you can get acrylic glow-in-the-dark paint from Michael's for $1.
Okay.
Or $2, something.
Yeah.
And if you're just doing glow-in-the-dark little accents, it's acrylic. These are acrylic based. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the same.
Right. That can be interesting.
If you're doing like crazy glow-in-the-dark work, I don't know how that would work. But I have used the glow-in-the-dark acrylic for multiple projects with watercolor and for just accenting things, and it's worked out great. The glow, you have to stick it under light, of course, for it to really kind of absorb the light, I guess.
Right,
I don't know how glow-in-the-dark works. But if you stick it under a lamp or something and then you go back
It's all
out,
radioactivity, right?
yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It really does work, so I can't see it not working in the same kind of way. The only thing I will say is that it's definitely not opaque. So if you're using it for like maybe glowy eyes or something, you could definitely paint the eyes a yellow or a green and then go over them with a thin coat of the glow-in-the-dark and be able to get that glowy effect.
Okay.
It's not, I mean, it's not opaque, but it's also not super, super see-through either. So you definitely want like colors.
Right, okay.
But you could definitely get a few different effects with using it. You just have to play around.
Right. That'd be neat.
Yeah,
that'd be...
that would be a fun thing. Maybe I'll go bring some in. I have some at home.
I guess
we could do a fun.
And they'd probably be perfect for the pumpkin painting happy little pumpkins.
Yeah. You can also get a bunch. Certain colors will be reactive under black light, so.
Right.
You could do things with black light. You could do a lot.
I think that'd be cool. Good idea. How's it going?
Mysterious visitor.
Mysterious visitor. Yeah? You good? Okay.
Are you around after? Tell everybody that the mysterious ghost says hi.
There's
Mysterious?
a really mysterious ghost that smells faintly like maple syrup in Netflix in the I don't.
Faintly? Faintly?
Strongly advertising it down.
It's coming from now. Oh my goodness.
Get down on our level.
Hey, look who it is. It's Rick. He's not dead. Welcome back.
Sometimes it's almost like he's here with us.
Sometimes.
It's very strange.
It is.
With almost,
But yes, we'll,
with almost perfect comedic timing.
We'll see in a sec. Yeah.
Is that a worm?
is that a worm?
Is that a purple worm?
Is that a worm? Yes. And Rick was wearing a purple shirt,
He
right?
was.
I didn't miss that. Radio, cool. Excellent. Did anybody say hi to Rick?
Rick. A whole little Rick chorus is going on.
Excellent. That's great. Very cool. And if anybody hasn't checked it out yet, check out Rick's big adventure that he's planning for next year, which is Rick Rolls America.
That is going to be amazing. Make sure you're
It is.
following that like now so you can keep track.
Yep.
Get all the updates for it.
I was messing around last week with some ideas for cool bumper stickers.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I want to
Definitely neat.
do Rick sightings.
How do you mean? Like you want
Like
you want a helicopter so you can fly around and you can go. There he is.
I
Okay,
wanna
everybody.
play Where's Waldo with Rick.
Oh, okay, ready. Except, of course, Rick is much larger than Waldo,
It's fine.
so he stands out a little bit more.
He has big cryptid energy though, so it's fine. It's good.
Rick has cryptid energy. Is that what you're saying?
So does Waldo.
It's true. But yeah, you're definitely right. Rick has that cryptid energy.
Like I'm not saying like El Chupacabra energy. More like closer to like maybe Mothman or something.
Oh, I was going to go with Chupacabra. Have you seen him at a Waffle House? It's frightening. Actually, one thing that was cool that he was doing last week, he was out with his son and picked up a board game, and they were playing in a Taco Bell. They sat down in a Taco Bell, and they were having lunch and playing a board game.
I've seen when I was waitressing, I had people come in and play a little round of Dungeons and Dragons, and I made them roll for my tip.
Excellent. Was that successful or?
Yeah, it worked out. I mean, it ended up being like a decent tip. Like it was a decent roll, but overall it wasn't like a good or bad tip. It was middle of the road.
Oh, okay, right here.
But I made them. I happened to have my dice on me,
Oh, okay.
and
That's funny.
they didn't think that I would have dice. So I was like, oh. They thought I was lying, and I was like, no. If I'm telling the truth, then you have to roll for my tip.
Right.
And then I just pulled the dice out, and I was like,
Awesome. That's cool.
yeah.
I didn't know they had waitresses at Taco Bell.
Oh no, that wasn't at Taco Bell.
Oh, okay, my bad. Where was that?
That was at Tilted Kilt.
Okay, right here. I'm gonna work out what I'm gonna do with the skin on Zariel.
I
Yes, they-
am almost halfway done with shading and purpling up this worm.
That's looking great. I'm gonna stick it under the close cam.
Go ahead.
Oh, close cam.
So I think that'll really, really pop. I might go back in with a little bit of the pink
Oh, there we
to
go.
kind of draw out that purple a little bit more.
Yeah. There's a lot of light coming in.
Yeah, that is a lot of light.
Maybe I just got some shadow from the boxes in it.
There we go.
But yeah, that's looking great. Oh, I love so down the side here. I love the way
It
you've done
looks
the.
very dark up there, but I swear that's purple, not black.
It is, yeah, it is purple. But the patterning.
Yeah,
The
a
dots.
lot of stippling, I wanted very natural textures. The
Yeah.
colors on here are very smooth and nice and
Right.
pretty, but I kind of wanted to expand.
Yep, that's looking great. Very nice.
And I think it'll really pop once I get the kind of want to do like a beigey color for these.
Right.
So I think that'll make everything just really stand out.
I'm going to use some of the Magus purple as well.
Oh, hey. Hey there from Germany.
How's it going? I'm glad you could join us.
Yeah. That is RVJ
Herring.
Herring? Yeah, that's how I'm going to pronounce it. I am probably wrong.
But, yep. as I said, people all around the globe.
Michael Bruce says he better stop by the shop. I'm spending a whole whopping $1.45 for D20 ice trays.
Oh, cool.
That sounds really fun, actually.
Yeah.
I want to make candies, but I can only find like dice trays for chocolates.
Oh,
and I want to
right,
make
okay.
hard candies, and you can't use the trays that you'd use for acrylics. You can't use, not for acrylics, for making your own dice.
Okay.
Pouring in resin. That's the word.
Okay.
You can't use those for eating things. That's bad.
Oh, okay. Right, yeah.
Not that would probably stop you, but.
What are you saying? I'd still eat it?
I'm
I'd still
saying
make it and eat it?
From your paint licking
Chances
habit.
Chances are I would. But that's just me, people. Don't follow my example. There we go. And I think when I come back around to highlighting this, I'm going to use some of the pale grey that I've got here for highlighting that skin, so it has that otherworldly feel. Okay. And what to do the robes. So the robes here are brown, which feels a little dull.
Are you questioning their sense of fashion?
Yes, I am questioning Zariel, the Archdevils.
She's going to turn you into a lemur.
I love that movie.
Hey, chat, what
talking
kind of
Madagascar,
costume
right?
should I get for Dave for Halloween?
That's a good question.
It is.
What costume should I have?
Better yet, make sure it's something I can afford.
Well, Gretchen, I said full Warhammer cosplay. So.
Yeah, Leona's over here like, make a full Warhammer cosplay, Gretchen. I'm gonna paint that on like a cutout cardboard and just make a mess.
If you want to see some like spectacular Warhammer cosplay, the Russians.
I could see that.
Yeah, the
They go
Russians
all
do.
out.
They go like there's all out and there's way beyond all out, and they do.
And then there's Russian.
And then there's Russian. Yeah, right beyond that is the Russian.
Sarah says need dice and monster gummies. See, I really want to make hard candy because I feel like that would look more like dice, but you need special tins for hard candy because the molten sugar is so hot. It's not recommended to make it in anything that you would make gummies with, but also, yes, gummies would be rad.
Look at David on YouTube.
Oh. Sexy
miniature painter.
costume.
You know, they do have a sexy Bob Ross.
So many things I could say right now. But I'm restricted by the FCC. Maybe, I don't know. No, let's not go with that one.
We keep it
Let's
family
not
friendly.
go with that one. That's
Rick and Morty.
Oh, that would be fun. I already have my
Okay.
costume. I spent hardly any money. I spent $20 on that costume. I love cosplaying. I love theater, but Halloween, I feel like you're not supposed to spend a ton of money.
right. Okay. That could be fair.
Like, hit me up for
Well-
a con, and I'll be like, yeah, have to make everything perfect. Halloween, I'm like, what do I have around me?
Yep. How can I turn this blanket into a costume? But yeah, no, sexy miniature painter, not so much. I mean, my first immediate thought was to like lift up my shirt and tie it in a knot.
Oh no.
And do that. No. No, exactly. See?
Have you seen the sexy Bob Ross?
No, and I also will not be looking for it.
Did you know that Gretchen is an actual costume you can buy?
Really?
Yes, so they in fact make a Gretchen costume. It is a German beer maid.
Okay.
It's
All right,
called the
there you
Gretchen.
go. The
Every
Gretchen.
year I joke that I'm going to be it for Halloween, and every year I don't.
Good job.
My friend.
Right. Oh yeah. There we go. I was wondering if it was going to, like when you were talking about the Gretchen, if it was going to be Gretchen from Mean Girls.
See, that's a recent thing that like happened in the 2000s. But before
so not really that recent.
Yeah, not really that recent. It's recent.
We were talking about like 12th century janissaries earlier, so I suppose it's more recent than that. Point Gretchen.
But yeah, that my name before that usually only got associated with the Gretchen from Recess, the cartoon, the kids' cartoon, or Gretchen Wilson, the country singer.
Okay.
And then other than that, no one had ever heard of the name Gretchen.
I had one other until I just then immediately realized that I was wrong.
Oh.
I was going like Hansel and Gretchen.
Not Hansel and Gretel.
Hansel and Gretel. Yeah.
My sister's name's Hannah, though, so...
But of course, I would have done it as like Hansel from Zoolander, Owen Wilson's character.
That would be really...
We've got 2 weeks. I could break my nose several times. But yeah. But then, of course, I realized that it's Gretel and not Gretchen. And I felt foolish.
Don't worry. Many people have made that mistake.
Like 1, 2, me and somebody else. Many people.
No, quite a few, actually. Like,
Okay.
yeah, like Hansel. But they say Gretel. They're just like Gretel. And I'm like, I guess. I don't...
You say, not really.
And then everyone just asks me if I'm German. And I'm like, I mean, somewhere in there, probably.
Maybe. There you go. I didn't know it was a German name.
It is, in fact, a German name.
There we go. So rather than the dull brown, I've gone with black. Fashion.
You know, everyone needs the little black dress, little black armor, little black tunic.
Yep. That's what I figured.
It's fashion. You're good. You're good.
Zariel's on the way to the ball, right?
That's what I would wear to the bar.
To the bar?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
With the wings? You're going to make wings like this as well. The flaming wings.
Flaming, maybe. Just wings. I don't know. Flaming, maybe.
Yeah.
Sarah says, my next door neighbor growing up was named Gretchen. I used to babysit for her. Oh, see,
cool.
there you go. Others of us exist.
And not all of them are like German beer maids?
And not all of them are German beer maids. Yeah.
There we go. I think...
The same company makes a Irish version of the same costume that's called the Molly. And I have a good friend of mine from high school whose name is Molly. So we joke that we're just going to be ourselves every Halloween.
You should do it.
Or be each other. That would be funny, too.
Yes. That would be the great twist. The twist in it. I don't know. I think my daughters are going as Harry Potter. It's like Hogwarts students.
That's adorable.
So
I like
Yep.
that. That's a good plan.
I picked up that really cool hat. Yeah, I got that hat last year for Emily. And Emily's Ravenclaw.
No.
And I picked up a cool hat this year from Gen Con from Black Swan, I think. White Swan, one of the two. Which is essentially it's like a Hufflepuff hat.
That's good. More
This is-
Hufflepuff representation.
Yeah.
We need it.
Which is definitely oh, for sure. So we know what they're going to be, but I will probably just be me.
Scariest costume of
60
all.
mini painter.
You just need a T-shirt that says that on it.
Yeah, that actually sounds like a costume right up my alley. So if anybody wants to send me a T-shirt with 60 mini painter on it, I will wear it. One show only. Halloween.
You got 2 weeks, people.
2 weeks, people. Make it happen.
Oh my goodness.
There we go.
Perfection. I think I might also make some tricks and treats. Tricky treats.
Tricky treats?
Yeah, for
That'd be cool.
Thursday. I'm
Oh,
liking
that's
that
good.
idea.
Yep. I'm just going to use a little bit of water here. Not sure why, but my wet palette appears to have dried out at one corner,
Oh,
on one
no.
side. And it's doing crazy things to the paper. Let's
should
see if
fix
this will
that.
work. Yeah, next, do an experiment. There we go.
Want to look at some more minis?
Yes.
Yep, let's do that.
Here we go.
Ready? Begin.
Ooh.
Oh, cool. So yeah, this is the one we looked at like detailed parts of it.
Yeah,
Last
this
week?
is the whole thing.
Yeah. How cool is that? So I think that's the Glotkin model. But yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, there it is. Glotkin done. It's on the screen. But no, looking great, Enrique. Yeah, just everything working really well. I'm loving that yellowish green that you've got for your Nurglings. They're looking cool. And of course, all of those skulls that are oozing out of the model. They look great.
Get that looked at.
Yeah. There's a cream for that. It's true.
Is there? Okay.
Well, I expect there is.
Ooh,
Junebug Minis.
I like that.
Yep. Do you remember that shield?
I do remember that shield.
Yeah. But now, yeah, seeing it in front of the warrior looking great. Almirand the Gold. Yeah.
Looks
looking good.
very nice.
Is that is that a Reaper Mini?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it is. But yeah, looking great. And I love the work on the flaming sword too.
I think that turned out very nice.
Yep. Yep. I don't think sorry.
Yeah, blah, blah.
Oh, blah, blah, blah. Looking good. I was going to say, again, with the flames, something to point out, the hottest part is the sword. Mm-hmm. Okay, because that's where the white...
Flames are coming from.
Yep, the flames are coming off the sword, so the white and the yellows are down close to the sword, whereas the reds and the blacks towards the top. Very good. Perfect. Ancient Spice Miniatures. Gnome Warlock. She's a goth girl.
Ooh.
Looks very cool. Is that a purplish tinge to the hair?
I
Or to
think
the,
it is.
Yeah?
I think it
or the
is.
hair, or the headdress, the robe part at the top. But yeah, I like that. I like that addition. And that book looks very dangerous. I'm not sure if I'd be reading that.
What's
But
the
yeah.
harm in a little soft necromancy?
Soft necromancy.
Necromancy light.
It's a funny story. I'll tell you later. Excellent. But yes, nice work, Ancient Spice. Jason James. Hanging around with Turbo Dork. Oh, these are some of the Turbo Dork. Pardon?
It's on the shoulder.
Yeah. Yep. So the Turbo Dork do the color shifting paints.
That's
So
cool. cool.
So they do sort of standard metallics that don't have the color shift, and then they've got a range of color shifting paints as well.
Why don't we have color shifting paints?
Because we're not in Fast and the Furious.
Glitter. Telling me I could have made a color shifting rainbow glitter worm?
Yeah, no. That's everybody. That's just me. That's just me. No. Everybody else, do what you like. But yeah, no, it is looking good. I think it's cool, the bluish purple tinge. But no, looking nice. Good work, Jason. Ooh, Chris is painting up some ultramarines.
That blue. Every time I see that shade of blue,
Yeah.
just so nice. Such a good blue.
Which one? The
blue. Well, I mean, both blues are
both
quite
they
done
are
quite
both cool,
nicely
aren't they?
there.
Yeah.
But that I want to call cobalt.
Right.
kind of
Yep.
color.
Yeah.
It almost
is much
looks
more
like
cobalt.
it's glowing.
Yeah. Yep. No, looking good there, Chris. I like the work you've done on the axe too. Very nice. Yeah. Chris Hood, first tried a Kingdom Death model. I wonder which. Here's which. The mage. Cool. I've not seen this one before, but no, it's looking good. I love the
water.
The work on the base. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it? The way it's
Very nice.
swirling up and out. Nice work. Looking good there, Chris. Very cool. Brian. Oh boy, and his giant elephant monster. So these are from War Machine. Oh no, yeah, not War Machine. Sorry, from Hordes by Privateer Press. I think these are.
I need a Calvin and Hobbes comic strip of these two.
Boy and his elephant monster. That'd be fantastic. Well, if you use get Prisma for your phone, there's some of the filters, Prisma filters you could do. A series of do a comic strip.
That would be
like that.
So funny.
Yeah, but no, these are looking good. Nice work, Brian. Okay, Robert's been painting up some more of the Fallout minis from the FFG board game. Looking very cool. The survivors are looking great. And I think it was last week we were talking about people who paint from the inside out.
Yes.
Sort of thing. So, Robert, the photo on the left, Robert mentioned that he wasn't sure, he hadn't worked out exactly how he was going to paint two of the minis in there. So there are two that are grey, sort of in that middle row. Or he's painted the skin, but he just hasn't painted the rest of the mini yet. I think that was because he went through and did the skin on all the models at the same time. So getting to that efficiency production line kind of thing going on. But that's an example where somebody has painted the skin first and they're going to work their way out as painting those layers. But yeah, looking good. Looking good, Robert. Very nice. Oh, yeah.
The Pomeranian monk.
It is cool.
I want to get some of these so bad, and I want to get. There's 2 or 3 breeds that I could probably alter to look like my dog.
Okay.
And I really want.
But you mean you
so
could
bad.
convert the miniatures, or you could spend years breeding them to make them look like you? Right.
Could probably convert the miniature. He's a
Okay.
mix, so none of them particularly look exactly like him.
Ah, right, okay.
Or at least we suppose he's a mix. But he has a lot of Australian Shepherd in him and probably some Border Collie.
Right.
So I could easily tweak things to.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. Nice. But yeah, Frankie's done a great job on this Pomeranian.
It looks so
The
cute.
monk, yeah. I think all the bright colors in there with the equipment and the outfits work well against the Pomeranian coloration. Nice work. Good work, Frankie. Oh, very nice. Avantika from Critical Role. That's very cool. Pardon?
She's a pirate.
She's a pirate?
She looks like a pirate.
No way. I would have said school teacher, but sure, let's go with pirate. But yeah, No, it looks fantastic. Looks really, really nice. Got that the little the trim edging on the cloak, the coat around there. It's tough to do, but no, nice work, Garrett. Looking good. And David Moffat. Tanks from the game. Oh, Gamecraft. Huh?
Thanks from the Gamecraft, and then on one M. Orion from Fast.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, looking good. I think those buildings behind there are scratch built as well, and I'm pretty sure they are. But yeah, it looks neat. I like the hexagonal basing
Oh yeah.
too. I think these models are probably, the tanks are pretty small, so having that basing on them really helps in the games. But yeah, looking good, David. Very nice.
Ooh.
Oh, for Warcry? That is frightening.
Delightfully scary.
Yep. So,
'Tis the season.
Tis the season for delightfully scary, yeah. I think the crazy zombie bat dragon is a Terrorgeist. I'm pretty sure it's a Terrorgeist. And the other one's like a Ghoul King. But yeah, so painted these up for Warcry. I'm just 3 games into a Warcry campaign with my warband at the moment. And we haven't yet played a game where we go up against monsters, but this is something that we could possibly fight.
So what have you been playing in your game if you haven't been fighting monsters?
Warbands against other warbands.
Ah, okay.
Is the kind of thing. And they have a really, really neat campaign system for it, where rather than everybody having to be playing at the same time and everybody have to play exactly the same number of games in the same period of time, each warband has their own. You pick which campaign they're on.
Okay.
And as you go through, you can play like a random game, then you have a specific game that you have to play, a specific sort of set scenario, and then you move on and play a different random game, specific set scenario. And you can play those set scenarios against anybody else, but you have to win those set scenarios to be able to progress further in your campaign.
That's nice.
But the advances that you get aren't so huge that it's going to imbalance a game against somebody who hasn't played before or has only played a couple of games.
That sounds like it's really good for groups that can't always manage to get together.
Yeah, absolutely. It's absolutely perfect for that. It's perfect for play in store as well. So if people have a Warcry night, not everybody can make it every week. So.
Excellent.
But yeah, it is one of the cool things. And facing monsters like that Terrorgeist are going to be absolutely frightening.
So you can find a word.
The regular guys on my warband have like 10 wounds. The Terrorgeist have like 60.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's a lot.
As I said, frightening. Frightening. But yeah, definitely really cool. Terrorgeist looked awesome. They both looked really good, to be honest. But yeah. How's it coming along?
It is coming along great. I have exactly 1 tooth painted.
Cool.
But all of
Well, it's only
the
got, like,
of the purple has been done. So you guys,
Excellent.
you can see up here, yeah.
Yeah.
So
That
you
looks cool.
can see with the shading and the purple. I'll probably post some pics up on the Instagrams
On the
of some
Instagrams?
close-ups.
Nice.
Because I really like. Yeah, and in the group, I'll do that.
The group too.
I crypt it around the group, and then because it'll show up on my feed, and then I remember I'm part of it, and then I go and I stalk all the pictures, and I'm like, I like this one and this one and this one. But yeah, so I'll definitely take some pics of that because I particularly like how all the purple came out.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Definitely cool. But
See, Frankie's with me. He's going to turn the German Shepherd Druid into his dog. She. Sorry.
yeah. So all of those photos were uploaded to our Penny Happy LIl Minis Facebook group. So if you'd like your photos featured on the show, please join the group and get painting.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, and YouTube, David said where the buildings are from.
Oh, from DB Miniatures. Cool. Okay, thanks for that, David.
Let's see how quickly I can paint.
You redeemed yourself after that sexy miniature painting costume comment.
Are you so sure that that's not going to be your costume now that you've designated me your costume acquirer?
Well, I must admit, I'm a little bit disappointed that Dave doesn't think that every day I'm the sexy miniature painter. Unless he means painter of sexy miniatures. I'm not sure.
It might be better to never find out.
I don't think there's any might about it. It's definitely going to be better.
Dave says, didn't finish my eagle and shark in time to get them up this week. That's okay, Dave. There's
Yeah.
always next week.
There are always more weeks. Indeed. What do you mean, what? What? More? Please, sir, can I have some more? Okay. Yeah, that face is looking pretty good.
Wait. There we go. Nice.
Does that look frightening?
Yeah.
Scary?
Spooky.
Like somebody who rules Avernus?
Turns you into lemurs.
Hasn't.
Does that look like the face of someone who would turn you into a lemur?
Indeed. Just because I mispronounce one word.
How are you supposed to say it?
I'm sure it's Lemure. Lemure.
I mean, to be fair, Leona has how many videos of me just not speaking English? I don't know what I'm speaking.
I was going to say, you only know the one language, right?
Yeah, that's the problem.
We all have that, those days.
Mine are every Thursday.
That's convenient.
I will say that I'm so glad that we have the 2-hour slots now, because I would never get this much detail done on a creature
Yeah.
if we did not have 2 hours.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's a good idea.
I would have had to rush so hardcore. Which is a pity, because I personally really enjoy painting critters.
Yeah.
Where are these minis from?
Where are these? These minis from? These minis are from the D&D range from Gale Force 9. Yay! So there's the Purple Worm box and Zariel's box. But yeah, they look... It's wonderfully detailed. Great textures, great lines, beautiful sculpts. I will come back and do some work on the sort of the skirts there after doing it. So now I've done the back side of the wings. I have to flip them around and do the inside of them. So I'm going to get started on that.
Trying to make sure I don't miss any teeth.
Miss any teeth?
Yeah, there's a little boatload in here.
There is indeed a cornucopia of teeth.
And I want to paint them all.
Well, it's important.
Yeah.
I think you should definitely paint them all. There we go.
I think that was prime time for the Pokemon theme to start playing, but
I didn't even think of that.
geez, Dave.
I know. It's the worst.
Yeah, it's the Pokemon theme song, but it's about collecting teeth instead. I don't know if that quite works out the same.
Well, there's that movie, The Tooth Fairy, the horror movie.
I haven't actually seen that. I know it exists. I just haven't seen it.
Yep. I've seen it.
How'd that go?
It was good. I enjoyed it. But then again, I enjoy a lot of terrible, terrible cinema.
That's okay.
So everybody else's mileage may vary.
I too enjoy terrible, terrible cinema. Mixed with really good cinema, so you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
There's no in-between cinema, though, so don't even count on that. That's not going to save you. Either we are watching a really good movie, we are either sitting down and watching the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy extended edition, or we are watching absolute trash. I'm talking Jersey Shore Shark Attack, buddy.
All right. Awesome.
And you just don't know.
Zombie tidal wave.
That sounds delightful. I haven't seen that one.
That's the movie after Sharknado 5.
I love it so much.
No,
already.
seriously, it's starring in Ian Ziering.
That makes me so happy. I can't wait to watch this now. Have you seen my favorite currently is Burlesque Assassins, which Burlesque Assassins is exactly what you're thinking of. I don't know what you're thinking, but it is. And it also, what really drew me to Burlesque Assassins was that it takes place during an alternate timeline of the Cold War. And two characters that do pop up are the clone of Hitler and Mussolini's long-lost son.
I would have been disappointed if Burlesque Assassins was set in any other setting. I can really only picture it in an alternate Cold War timeline.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it is about how America saves the day by hiring burlesque dancers as assassins.
That's always been my plan.
And what they do for our country. With a little bit of like film noir kind of sprinkled in.
Sprinkled in?
Sprinkled in.
Sounds like it's like built on the very foundations of film noir.
So yeah, that one is very good. Jersey Shore Shark Attack has, what's his name? Fontaine, Joey, from NSYNC.
Okay.
He's in it. And it's marvelous. And it forgets halfway through. It forgets halfway through that it's trying to make fun of Jersey Shore. So like at the half of the movie is filmed in a perfect Jersey Shore parody, and the other half of the film forgets that they were doing this.
Right, and they try to be serious.
Oh yeah.
Right. Okay. That's
highly
crazy.
Recommend. 10 out of 10. Jersey Shore Shark Attack. It came out the same time as Sharknado, which I think is the only reason it did not rise to the ranks in the same way.
Because people can only handle one incredibly bad.
Byron says Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. That's a book. I didn't...
Yep.
They turned it into a movie?
Yeah.
I didn't know they did that. Oh, I'm watching that. I have to find where that is.
Yep.
That's on my list of spooky movies.
I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix.
I'm looking that up. I hope you're not wrong.
Oh, that it's on Netflix?
Yeah, because I have Netflix, and I think we have Hulu and Prime as well, but if it's not on any of those,
Oh, it's not on any of those. It doesn't exist. I don't know. No, it's you'll enjoy it. It's pretty good.
Oh, question on YouTube.
Question on YouTube is hashtag painting Happy LIl Minis on Twitter enough to get it on the show if one doesn't have Facebook?
Tag GTM.
Yeah.
Pardon?
If you don't have Facebook, you can tag Game Trade Media. So
tag
Or
GTM.
GTM.
Hashtag GTM?
Yeah, you can do the hashtag. But
Okay, or
definitely
tag. Sorry, I mean,
us.
Hashtag
As in
or tag
at.
us on Twitter. We are there. You can definitely find us on there. I am on Twitter as well.
Yeah, so if you Settle Gretchen.
Yeah, it's at Settle Gretchen or at Game Trade Media.
Do both.
GTM.
Then we'll definitely see it. But if you
Yeah.
add us, then I'll definitely get it on.
Yeah.
In which case,
Yeah.
So Leona are going to be looking out for that.
We will find you.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Tag all of us, and we will we will come running. We'll be like, haha, we found you.
If you tag us, I'll find it.
Excellent.
If you tag us, we will come.
Welcome.
Yeah.
All right.
Tremors.
Excellent. Tremors.
Hashtag Tremors.
Tremors. Excellent. No, I started. Speaking of not particularly good cinema.
my
It's not really cinema,
favorite.
but
It's my favorite, and my boyfriend doesn't watch it with me.
I started watching The Island last night.
How's that?
But it's the I-land.
Where do you find all these? Because Netflix is not like recommending them to me, and I feel so jilted.
You got to start. You got to watch some. Start watching some really good Korean horror, and then work your way through
I
to
was
the
saying,
really
that's not always
not
bad.
particular.
Yeah, Korean horror is not always bad though.
Oh no, watch the good stuff, but you got to then work your way through to the not particularly good.
I will say
Korean
I
horror?
watched a delightful Bollywood horror film,
Oh, sweet.
which was just impressively beautiful to look at, but also it's really hard to be scared when you're watching Bollywood.
Right. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the island. It's one of those ones where 10 people wake up on a beach, and they're all wearing like fairly similar clothes, so almost like a uniform, but
Okay.
they don't. None of them remembers who they are or how they got there,
As you do.
and
That just happens sometimes.
so I just finished watching the second episode, and I'm going through going, okay, well, that's the Kate analog, that's Jack, that's so picking out a bunch of characters from Lost, and it has a feel that they were trying to do something similar.
But will they have a better ending?
Yes. It's difficult to have a worse ending. But yeah, it's kind of weird. So it's a limited series, so 7 episodes. And I'm yet to discover really whether it was limited by them wanting to like finish the story that they started.
There's so many delightful things that I watch getting excited about on Netflix, and then I find out they never get renewed for another season.
Right.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Just give me my trash TV. No. That's all I want.
No.
Let me consume trash in peace. Like the raccoon I am.
The televisual raccoon.
Yes.
Right. That's funny. That's a funny image. He's sitting on top of the TV set.
Chinese food in one hand. Pile of blankets in the other.
Excellent.
Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. I haven't watched that yet either.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've watched, I think, a snip of it, and then I had to go away and do something, and I never got to finish
Right.
the movie, and I was so sad. And then I forgot it existed until this very moment. Because part of me just believes it was a fever dream all along.
Oh, it was real. The movie and the history it was based on. I'm certain of it.
Just like Burlesque Assassins.
Yep. Well, I think if you go to the Lincoln Memorial, like around behind his chair, there's a secret entrance down into his vampire hunting lair.
Leona sits over there like, don't give her ideas. We can't bail her out.
Oh my god.
Come on, you know that'd be fantastic, right?
It would. It would be great.
Yep.
Then I'd have to quit the show and go be a vampire hunter, which I don't have any problems with, but you guys might miss me.
Well, I think as long as we could occasionally tag along.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you guys be my crack team? Would you be my Scooby gang?
Well, we could be the your team of vampire painters.
Yes.
So each week we'd paint.
Hold still!
We'd paint new and interesting vampires, and then you could slay them. Who wouldn't love that? How are we looking for time? We have 10 minutes remaining.
Now I have to really start speed
Now you've got to
painting,
rush. There we go.
But all of the harder stuff to paint, all of the main textures that I wanted to make sure I get,
Yep.
I
You've got all those. Great.
And I think I'm just going to go over all of these cream bits with a little bit of a brown contrast paint to try to draw out the textures that I hopefully didn't. I keep trying to thin the paint, so hopefully
I'm
that
pretty sure
gets picked up.
you haven't obscured it.
Yeah.
You're all good. Just
And
fine.
we will be golden.
Yep.
We will be good to go.
So these minis have been a lot of fun to paint. Great, as I said before, great sculpts, excellent detail. It's really nice. Really nice to cast as well. It's one of those things. Sometimes you can get minis that aren't cast too well because everything, all miniatures basically come out of a mold of some sort, typically a 2-part mold, and you can get mold shift, which can cause some terrible lines. But
Oh, these have all
these ones are
been-
really nice. They've been really good. So I think it's going to definitely be good. We're going to work out what we're going to do with this model. once
I'm
we're
going to
done.
add this to my treasure chest of monsters that I will one day unleash on an unassuming Gretchen finally gets to be a GM.
Right. Like a party.
Yeah, I'm gonna, one day you're just gonna see like live streaming. Gretchen finally gets to be a GM and I will have no clue what I'm doing, and I will have a party of all the people who want to take revenge for the times I have been
All right.
shenanigans inducing player. It'll be great.
And so like 5 minutes into it, you'll just go, TPK, here's the purple worm.
I was just gonna pull things from a hat, to
Okay.
be honest. I was gonna be like, oh, let's see what we're fighting. I feel like that's a fun
That's the way to go.
adventure.
Yeah.
Especially because painting things on the show, I have a plethora of delightfully interesting things. I
And
have
random
David
stuff.
Bowie.
You do have David Bowie.
I have David Bowie as the Goblin King from Labyrinth, and it's like, what will you get? Will you get a worm, or will you get David Bowie? We just don't know.
David Bowie every time.
What would his stats even be?
I have charisma through the roof. Unlimited. Yep.
Yeah, do not fight him with charisma.
There we go. So I'm just add a little bit of white to the yellow here for some of these kind of final highlights. Yeah, it's looking pretty good.
Speed.
Come back and touch up.
I just
this.
honestly right now have like Go Speed Painter instead of Speed Racer
You have the playing
playing
through your head.
in repeat in my head.
Go speed painter, go speed painter,
You have to get like
go
the
speed
really,
painter, go.
the really
that.
weird like ahas that they do when they speak.
That's great. Somebody has to record that.
We'll put it on the holiday album that we keep saying that we'll make.
Awesome. Okay. I think I've almost finished that.
I will get there. How many minutes do I have?
Oh no, I haven't finished the model. I'm just talking
Oh.
about finishing the wings. Just got the wings done. And on here, I have to come back and highlight the black. So
Definitely not getting the base done. But
Right.
I will have a delightfully purple worm.
Cool. I was going to say, well, just pass the base here and I'll put some. Then I was like, oh, that's right.
The base that you glued down.
The base that I glued the model to. Silly me. So, okay. And a little bit of speed highlighting here. Hmm?
Super speedy.
Super speedy. Yeah. Well, the cool thing as well is that all of these, like the layers, all these layers of these skirts, I guess, parts of dress, not sure what, but what I can do with these is paint some of the lower layers in a lighter grays. Just add a little bit more sort of texture and depth to the model. Just work my way down.
Almost done.
Almost done?
With at least getting base.
The base color's down.
Yeah. And then if I have just enough time to slap some of that brown contrast, I can get into all the little bits.
Yep.
Then maybe.
Just maybe.
Maybe I'll have a finished mini.
I think it'll count. Put it on the spinner. Is it spinner time already? Gives me a sec. One more second.
We got invested, Leona.
Hmm? 3 minutes?
3 minutes? We got this. We
We have
got
plenty
this.
of time.
Go team.
It's 3, but you need to put it.
Oh, okay.
No, we just read that as we have 3 minutes, right? Right?
That's what Leona said. She said, you've got 3 minutes. I heard that perfectly. Everything else you say, I don't really hear it too well. But, yeah. We'll be there. We'll be there. Don't worry. Yep. Oh, that's something I should have done. Just realized.
What?
So if I've got all these glowing effects in the wings.
Gosh darn it, Dave.
I know. Okay. There we go. Stopping my painting. I'm getting the glue. There's the empty spinner.
See, mine happens to already be.
Just getting the glue. Yep. Just holding the glue, holding the wings on.
I have until he places that down.
Right. And I probably should glue her to the base as well.
Excellent. Give me more time.
Yep. Team player, that's me.
Cahoots.
Radio, we're almost there. Oh no, the wings came off.
Can't rush greatness.
Leona
Unless
tries.
you're Leona.
Every week she tries to rush us. Okay.
All right.
There we go. I'm just going to sit here like this for next 2 minutes.
1 minute!
1 minute! No!
All right, so I'm definitely not getting that contrast brown on here.
Yep.
But that's okay. You guys just have to envision with me
Yep.
and appreciate the time and effort I spent on purple skin.
The purple skin looks great. And I mean, it's not like it's called like a bone worm or anything like that. It's called a purple worm.
True.
Alright, put it on the spinner. Grab it.
Yes.
I have like three little.
There we go. And breathe.
This is why I'm not on any cooking shows.
Looks good.
Can it fit on there with that one?
I think so. Let's see.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah. See,
Excellent.
and if you imagine that with all of that flat
Well,
bone
basing
color
done, and the bone with the.
done,
Yep.
a little bit of brown there to make it look nice, but that skin,
Yep. Popping.
that purple, that's looking good.
Wow.
I'm proud of that. Turned out nice.
Look at that. It slowed down so much that the spinner decided to change directions.
Well, he's not a little worm.
Amazing. It is true. It is
He's a big worm.
big worm.
He's a.
But yeah. No, it looks
Yeah.
fantastic. So as I said, it's been a lot of fun painting up these D&D Collector Series minis. So these are the Baldur's Gate,
Nice.
Descent into Avernus,
Ooh.
Zariel. Well, this one is.
Oh well.
That one probably has nothing to do with Avernus.
Probably not.
But,
It just says purple worm, and on the back, like even if I read the little 2 sentences, it's just massive burrowing creatures. Purple worms are feared for their ability to swallow enemies whole. They are capable of burrowing through solid rock and leave huge tunnels in their wake. That sounds like a really fun thing to have your party like go down like a suspiciously average tunnel.
Yep. Why is this circular? Why is this
it
shaped
so
like a purple
round?
worm? It does sound
It
frightening.
look like a worm tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed. But yes. Cool. Nice work.
All right, is that
And-
time? Is that time? It's like Leona's gone quiet.
She's given up on the wind up.
Yeah, well. All right, guys. So one more reminder, please go join our Painting Happy Little Minis group if you have not already. And we will have more information on painting happy little pumpkins.
Very soon.
But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I'm Gretchen,
And I'm Dave.
and we'll see you at your friendly local game store.
Thanks for watching Painting Happy Little Minis. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment below, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any new content.